Welcome to Ricky's channel, and today we have Mantas, the winner of YGO National Championship of Lithuania 2024, and he's going to show us his deck list.
Okay, perfect. So I decided to play Plant Link. I decided to play 41 cards. It's a bit different from the most list, because most lists play 60 cards, but I wanted to cut some of the bricks. So we can go to the deck profile. We have free Sunseed Lochi, which adds us our spell, which summons our twin, and we have free Unexpected Eye for consistency. So that's all from the Sunseed package. I still opted to play free Seed as just like one card full combo, so more consistency. So quite similar in this lineup. Then from Rika's, I decided to play a really small Rika package, just 2 Princess, just 2 Mudan, 1 Snowdrop, and 1 Petal. I think 3 Princess is too much. I think 2 is enough. You never need more than 2. Even if some ones will be banished from call by or Did You Grow, we always have the second one, and usually 2 is enough. 2 Mudan, it's good for a grind game. You use 1 in the main combo, and then during the second turn, when the Petal comes back, you can add it back and add another Concon. And that's why we play 2 Concon, 1 Glamour, 1 Cheat. Glamour is not so good now because there's not so many targets that you can add. The only pair you can get is with a Petal and another level 1. So that's why I opted just to play 1, and Cheat is of course the best card of the deck. So yeah, and only 1 Petal, as it's not necessary, like it's not that good as a normal summon. Usually just use it for recursion, but for your main combo you just need to have all the 4 different names. And that's that. Then from Aromas, usually people play a really big Aroma package, but I opted to play just 1 Rosalina, 1 L'Oreal. That's perfectly enough. During your combo, you just summon this, and you just go to second Jasmine and do a full combo. I don't play Tyrians, that's why I don't care that much, but it will lock myself into plants quite early in the game, so I think 2 is perfectly fine. And you need to use both second effects really often during the first turn, depending on the combo. So sometimes you will grab back Roller from a Grave of Strand and summon it, and sometimes you grab back Rosalina and pitch it to proc Jasmine the 4th time. Then for the new cards, which is really broken, we have 3 Ragnarok Evil Seeds, 1 Samurai Beetle, and 1 Bloom. This card basically has as the 7/9 copies of a Loci, because basically it does the full combo itself. You just need to normal summon this and you make full combo. Samurai Beetle is not a brick, actually it's quite good, because regardless of what you draw, even if you draw something like Princess Beetle, it's still full combo. So you just summon these special, normal, make Ragnarok Link, this summons Princess, Ragnarok Link summons this back, you make Jasmine, Jasmine tributes this, you go Rose and L'Oreal, and that's full combo. So that's quite good a card, and this is totally a break, but you still need it. And it's also good because it boosts things, and sometimes people forget that it boosts, so it's even better. And usually for the Glamour pair, you mostly try to add these 2, because from Glamour you manage to get all these. With the Evil Seed, you pitch this from a grave, summon Seed, do a full combo. With Samurai, you return Petal and use the Petal. Sorry. Then the last plant monster is Lonefire. Never used today, it was just for consistency. Sometimes it's needed in the awkward situations where you can't combo fully, but it was just like a 10th 1-card combo for your deck, so still good. And in total it was 26 engined, and then we played 15 non-engine cards. So I opted to play Crossouts with a 1 tactic, as I felt that people will play a lot of hand traps in this format, and I think that if your deck can't push through hand traps, you're just gonna lose. So basically there's like, if you don't make a full combo, you can't do much. So yeah, so the idea of a deck is to try to play for 1 hand trap, and Cross usually for a second hand trap, because Evil Seed lets you play for 1 hand trap, Cross lets you play for a second hand trap. And Tactic was just an additional cross out. I didn't want to play Call By, because Call By, you can't use Call By for Imperm, you can't use Call By for Nibiru, and at least this felt a bit better going second, so opted to play this. And for cross out targets, we have 3 Imperm, 3 Ash, 2 Drolls, 2 Wailers, and 1 Nip, so in total 11 hand traps. Imperm is the best hand-up format to give a flash. I think both are really good in different matchups. Opted to play 2 draws and 2 veilers just in case I will draw 1 and then I can't cross out, so I want to have multiple targets. And Nibiru is like really bad in this deck because if you activate Nibiru, you can't use an expected die, your petal can't come back, so usually never want to draw this. So just 1 for the cross out. But actually nobody I think Nibiru me to do, so that was good. So that was from the main deck, 41 cards. And we can go through the extra deck, which is also a bit different from the most list. So we have Link 1's Dryas, Healer, and Trasher. Usually people don't play Trasher as we do combos differently, but when I used the combo, I summoned immediately Trasher from the Dryas effect, and I keep Healer later for the combo to gain more life points and proc Jasmine third time. So all are really necessary, and with this you can OTK, but today investigation in present them. Then for Link 2's, 1 Dance, 1 Ragnarok, and 2 Jasmine. All necessary. This is really good use in most of your combos just to manipulate levels. This is needed for Evil Seed Ragnarok line, really good. And 2 Jasmines is enough because you can cheat the 3rd Jasmine effect with 2 in 1 time, and you can cheat, if in Ragnarok combo, you can cheat it with this one 4th time. So 2 is perfectly fine. And you can also get it back with Strand if it's really necessary, so 2 was perfectly fine. Then for Link 3's, 2 Melias and Rosemary. How I do combo, I use double Melias. Some people do it a bit differently, so 2 is necessary in my list. And Rosemary is the only flex spot because I don't use it, I don't play blend. So usually I just keep it and it's used to break boards on my turn 2 if I really need to push it or gain life points, but I think I've summoned only a few times today, so it can be anything basically. Then for Link Force, on the Bangle Lancer, you unlock this mandatory, and for the links, 2 Stranas, 1 Teardrop and 1 Parrington. Also all stables need all of them. And now to my side deck. We have 3 Shifters, really good going second. Because your deck doesn't care that much about Shifter, you can play through it sometimes. Even so, sometimes if your hand is not so good, you can't use your Aroma cards through Shifter, but you can always make Jasmine, Muda, and Concon and Sheet or Prince in hand like a setup. And sometimes it's enough against certain decks, and I felt it's necessary to play. When we had the 3rd Droll and 3rd Veiler against certain matchups, I wanted to have 12 best hand traps. So that was that from hand traps. For some spell removal, we have 1 Orchid and 2 Cosmics. Didn't side them up today, but it was mostly if anybody would play Floodgates. This is quite good because you can add it with Glamour, but never happened today. And if we go first, we just want to do our combo, so we have extra call by and second tactics. Usually when you have just 3 crossouts, you have 2 call buys, 2 tactics, 1 call buy, and 6 cards in the 41 card list should be enough to see at least 1. And if you see 2, you can just call buy the first target and then see their hand and rip another card and a hand trap, so it should be fine. And because you're playing everything as a 1 card combo, it's not a problem. Then I opted to play 3 barriers. I think this card is a must to side in this format. It was really good today. It performed very well against Stampai. I performed very well against a Voiceless Voice. So I think going first is like 1 card that can kill half of decks of formats. Really good. And the last 2 targets was, for my side, was 2 Evenlys. Didn't side up too much today, but sometimes if you know that opponent plays evenly, what you can do, you can side 1 as a crossout target, because if you just play board break as a side 1, you draw crossout, you can set, and if you opponent evenly your board, you can just cross out very evenly. But didn't happen today. So yeah, so that would be the deck. Yeah, do you have any questions?
So do you remember against who, what decks did you play?
Oh, that's a tough question. Okay, give it back that. My first round was against Labyrinth, quite a hard game. We went to the third game, and actually the Ragnarok Bloom helped me a lot because it reduced the ladies for 300, boosted my Parrington and Teardrop. So that was quite good, he couldn't tackle through. So I won that first game. Second game I played against against Štira. I remember against Štira, and that was my the only draw of the day. We played really long grind game first game, about 35 minutes I think, and just didn't have enough time to finish, so we got a draw. Third game I play against Voiceless Voice, I won that. Fourth game I played against Dragonling, I lost that. It was my only loss. Just bricked. First game he started, do a full combo, I couldn't break the board. Second game I bricked, sometimes it happens, and I lost that one. Then the fifth round was Voiceless Voice, I won that. And the sixth round was Ubel, also won that. And in top 8 I played against really interesting Orcust, Sky Striker list with a lot of upstairs allures. Like, a guy was from Britain, was a real nice guy. Was a quite good game. You can watch that on stream, as yeah, I recorded all of that. Then in semi-finals I'll play against Tempai. Guy didn't draw any hand traps both. First and second game I started both, made the full board, he couldn't break that. And then on the final I play against Sergey. And yeah, again, no hand traps for second game. So sometimes happens.
Okay, thank you, Mantas, and everybody who's watching can join our Discord in the comments, and maybe we'll see you next year in the Lithuanian National Championship.